I think it should go without saying that this video is going to contain spoilers, and not just for Game of Thrones. The Marvel films, the cartoon series Recess, the ending of the 1989 World Series, your own death, most likely cause boredom. As much as I'd love to talk about my new favorite, hopefully, couple, Brienne and Tormund, this video is about death. On Twitter, Joseph Fink, one of the co-creators of the podcast Welcome to Night Vale, posted this. And in this instance, I very much disagree. So can it be the case where a piece of media can show you a lot of death and you just stop caring, that the impact is just not there? Yes, this is absolutely something that can happen. A very recent example of this is The Force Awakens. In that movie, multiple planets get blown up in a certain scene. And for me, because I don't know anyone who's there, and because of the massive scale of this death toll, I end up, and as callous as it may sound, I just don't care. And this is not the only example where the weight of death is not felt by the majority of the audience. Let's take Marvel, both the films and the comic books. This can be a very unique comic book problem, but it has percolated into the films where any death that happens, I'm pretty convinced that they're not actually dead, that there is no weight of that death put onto me, because I know that in a couple issues or in a few minutes, they're just gonna be resurrected or be shown that they weren't really dead in the first place. I never feel like it means anything because outside of Uncle Ben, nobody has actually ever stayed dead. They've been reanimated, reincarnated, or Doctor Strange waves his hands and then everyone enjoys a nice little lunch. With Game of Thrones, both the TV show and the books, to varying levels, we have these people that we have spent enormous amounts of time with. We understand their shades of gray and we understand their motivations. We have lived with them, we have cried with them, we have laughed with them, we have survived with them in this dark and gray world, just waiting for something good to happen to some of our main characters. And for Daenerys to finally do something. Then, when a death does happen, it mirrors our own existence. We don't care about our friends and family any less because we know that they're eventually going to die. And neither do we in Game of Thrones, even though we're pretty sure that the majority of them aren't going to see those dragons fly over Westeros. Death means something in Game of Thrones. There's a finality to it. There's grief in it. Sometimes it is maddeningly unexpected. We've all experienced this in our lives. Death comes for all, and we can't outrun it. Star Trek, Star Wars, and really any other geek property uses death as a sprinkling to storytelling. Nobody truly feels bad to see a red shirt offed or a stormtrooper shot, which, side note, that might speak more to our human empathy than anything else, but that's another video. Game of Thrones is one of the only properties where death actually means something, and it's part of the reason why I love it. Even the characters who we have seen brought back do not come back right. With the exception of Jon Snow, it appears. His is the only death where it seems that there is a cheapening of life, but I'm going to wait to see how the story unfolds. Every week on television, characters are put into peril and their lives are on the line, and we all know that they're going to be okay because they're going to be coming back next week. Game of Thrones currently is the only show where I watch and I think in the back of my head, oh crap, they might be done. It keeps it engaging, it keeps it dramatic, and it keeps it great. Thanks for watching. My name is Kyle. I upload videos every Thursday and now Monday. I also every week co-host sorta a podcast called Whatever This Is. A link to that and all of my social media is down in the description below. Who do you hope eventually sits on the Iron Throne? Let me know down in the comments, a place where you can always be guaranteed not to die, at least until my watch is ended.